That you don't switch like as far as the breakfast girls and the cleaning kittens.
Yeah.
That's different.
When I mix them, it's like a thing where how Flower was saying, you have clients that want to book you.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only time that I'll bring over a breakfast girl to Neat and Naked.
Mm-hmm.
They spoiled with naked breakfast. They get paid too much.
Yeah,
Hourly.
it's different.
So when I bring them over to Neat and Naked, which they get paid well too, they just like, oh, I have to do work. You know,
right, it's different.
Serving is like
it's easier. It's a little bit less work. I got you.
Which is crazy because Neat and Naked actually makes more money if you look at if you expand it out. I got a bigger team with Naked Breakfast. Mm-hmm. So unless you're like one of my top girls and like you're actually a preference for that particular service, you might not work for weeks.
Right. Exactly.
They can work. I got my Atlanta team. We busy every day, doing services.
Right.
So I don't want to discuss pay, but it's like almost like you get half off per hour, but you have to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you.
So I only bring them over if it's like a very if it's a situation where the client's like, hey, I want you to clean. So I have to make it legitimate. You know, I'm licensed and everything. So I didn't get on board them and let them work that one service, and then they
go back to what they. I got you. Now, when you go to, let's say, do the cleaning kittens. This would probably be more applied to them. When you go, is it usually the client is there? You clean up around them, obviously. What's the security like for the girls? You know what I mean? Because there's some weirdos.
I'll answer that. I'll answer that because they're new. We just launched 2 days ago.
Okay.
So if you ever been to y'all been to clubs?
Yeah.
Y'all know how y'all get with the waitress and the server, the bottle girls come to y'all section, a little flirty, all of that.
Yeah.
You get that in a private setting because when our clients' homes, the only thing is they're not drunk. So they're not pushy, they're not touchy. They're still flirting, but you gotta be like my girls. I always tell them in interviews like, where have you worked? I want to know where you work, even if you don't apply to cleaning. Where have you worked? So you can understand that clients are gonna they're gonna offer you all types of stuff. You know what I mean? We got a really, really like strict policy. We're not exchanging no personal contact information. You're not taking no money for nothing.
Right.
No sex, no money. We're not dancing during services.
Right.
You know what I mean? We cute. You know what I mean? It's good to look at. When you can turn some music on and we can, do our thing and vibe while we cleaning. But as far as the extra stuff, I have personally never had any issue on my team with safety or an issue with a client other than a client offering a large amount of money for a girl, which can make some girls feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Other girls they say no.
Right.
But, some girls take it personally. Like, who do you think? Like, you think I'm just
right. Got you.
So for real, yeah. So it's just like. Other than that, I've never had a complaint.
Got you. I just mean as far as, does anybody go with the girls, or is it pretty much okay?
Yeah, this is their service. I mean,
do you send them in teams, or is it usually it's just one girl?
I got all the clients' information. Like, it's your property.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I got your card information. Yeah. It's like so, if you now you got some crazy people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I get what
you're
saying.
Right.
We got to walk up concierge to get to your unit. It's your unit, your card. You know what I mean? I got all your information.
Right.
So it's just, and it's on file. So it doesn't make too much sense. And people know where you are. The whole team know. You know what I mean?
Is it usually one girl per cleaning?
Yeah. We have occasionally clients that will book
request
2 calendars.
Okay.
It's just like going to the barber. Like when you book a barber, you book one barber's calendar.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you 1 or 2 barbers.
You're right.
You book 2 barbers, but typically you only need 1 barber.
I don't know. What if your house big? You're like, y'all go here, come in here and get to it. Right.
Yeah. We got some that got big properties that we have. That's why I said sometimes it's 2. And then other times they're just rushing. I don't know what they be rushing for. They be rushing to get it clean.
Yeah.
So it's only been like probably 5 times ever, and I launched in 2020.
2020.
But the end of 2020. So it's only been 5 times since then where we did multiple girls on one service.
Got you. Now, you go ahead, bro.
I know you said that your mom and your family didn't approve at first, but what about you guys' family? What?
Oh yeah,
what?
You go first. Well, I have dabbled in the OnlyFans community, so I let my parents know that. Personally, I didn't want them to hear about it from someone else and receive misinformation. I'm grown. Pay my own bills. I don't have to ask permission for anything. This is not new to me.
So when you say OnlyFans, what type of content are you talking about when you say OnlyFans?
Porn.
So you dabbled in that porn stuff?
Porn stuff. He said, "Hey, Ray said porn stuff."
Yeah.
Don't you get a pretty penny?
If you know what you're doing, yes.
So why would you stop to join Naked Breakfast?
Well, you don't stop to
I
join
haven't
any of my
stopped.
companies.
Yeah, that's
You don't
that
stop.
builds the profile.
That's
That helps
a
the profile.
joint situation.
Yeah, I think that would only make sense. You know what I mean? When you have, so I guess it's all still adult entertainment to a degree, anyhow. You know what I mean? It's just different levels of it. And if you're already, in that field, you might as well use your
I'm already doing
audience,
that, you know
right?
What I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, because I'm the internet girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
I don't do anything else
Mm-hmm.
in person. So you can't contact me for that.
Okay.
That's not what I asked. That's
Mm-hmm.
not what I offer. So at this point, it's like, I can clean your house
You can-
in
right.
clothes, in suggestive clothing.
Mm-hmm.
That you're probably gonna look at me anyway, whether I'm wearing something suggestive or not. So it's like, you want to pay more for me to clean your house like a regular person would, just suggestive? I'm already doing that.
Right. Exactly.
Involuntarily. So let's make it work.
Let's make it work.
I like that.
But yeah, I was just wondering. Security, man. I know you got all the info, but these dudes be weird, man.
They are weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had to blacklist anybody.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. That's
That's
a good
good.
thing.
Done. Man.
And I mean,
I've
y'all
got
should be
I got
carrying
so many
concealed
clients.
anyway in the city, right?
Look, if you live in Chicago and you don't have any form of
Personal protection.
personal protection,
I knew
whether
it,
that
yeah.
be being observant and making sure that you do certain things or don't do certain things, and be in by a certain time, let somebody know that you care about, that cares about you, where you're at. And then also, he handles most of the direct contact with the client before we even get there. If he feels something is off, he probably wouldn't have gone with it anyway.
Right.
Or he may mention something, or like, you have to have a bit of common sense working in this.
Check
kind
that.
of-
He likes.
I remember something. This was the end of last year.
Okay.
I had a client book. He booked my team at a motel. And that's why I'm happy we got booking managers. Booking managers. The address you would think is any old address. It was a motel.
And you're like, bruh.
It's like, what are you doing?
Nah,
Like,
fam.
what are you doing?
Nah,
You know what I mean?
What are we
buddy.
cleaning?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. What are we cleaning? So
That's a
that's
setup.
why I never let any of my cleaning kittens accept appointments, because they have the option to. I just tell them, do not accept any appointment. I need to vet it.
Yeah.
You know, you make sure. You see where it's at.
Right.
If I need to
Check
reach
it
out
out.
to you for
If
whatever
it's-
reason, say,
yeah.
hey, this address don't really take me nowhere. What's this? So, but that was, you just reminded me. We had one incident, which wasn't an incident.
Right, 'cause you caught it.
Yeah,
Right, that's what's
no.
up.
But
She didn't tell us about what her family thinks.
My family judgmental as fuck.
Right.
Like,
Really?
that's just it. Because the women in my family, I have one sister that's in the military. She's in the Air Force. I have my mom and one of my other sisters. They're nurses, so they're very reserved. We don't do things like this. I grew up being a caregiver as well, so me jumping into modeling and doing nude and doing things like that and doing music videos, touching on men, they're looking at me like, what are you doing? Like,
Are you the youngest?
hell yeah, I'm the youngest. I'm the baby.
Family were the baby.
But,
Right.
yeah, so it's like they looking at me like I'm the oddball of the family. But it's like at some point I have to not give a fuck about what they think. It's like you can't chase your dream and care about what people think. It doesn't work both ways. You have to chase your dream and not give a fuck. It don't matter if it's family, brother, dad, strict dad. You can't give a fuck about what people think about it.